Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing on this Wednesday? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know I've been doing really, really well. Yeah, definitely a lot better. The if, In case you didn't watch the video I posted, when was that? I think Tuesday. Yesterday, whatever. Yeah, yesterday, about what happened with my endocrinologist on Monday. I'm really confused as to what day it is. Really, really confused. Yesterday, I kept thinking it was Monday. So, but anyway, yeah. In case you didn't watch my video yesterday about what happened with my endocrinologist, we got approved for the Freestyle Libre CGM, which stands for Continuous Glucose Monitor. It's basically a little sensor that gets attached to the back of one of your upper arms, and you have a little device. I can show it to you. Here's the little device right here that that monitors. Basically, it monitors continuously, and you can also do scan the sensor to be able to get a blood sugar count. Also, one thing I didn't know is that it also here at the bottom has obviously has an internal reader, but basically it also has a slot here where you can insert test strips. So if you need to do an actual finger prick, you can do that, and the machine will also let you know when it's a good time to be doing a actual finger prick, because maybe something isn't calibrated or whatever. And actually the first 12 hours after you put the sensor on and calibrate it with the machine, it is monitoring, but it will tell you to do the finger pricks, because it's in the process of calibrating. So and that's really good. Or if maybe if you're not feeling right and you're not quite agreeing with what the machine is telling you, then you can do the actual finger prick to be able to find out if it's accurate or not. But yeah, I kind of like this little machine. I do plan on upgrading at some point, so that way I can do it through the app, and that will help eliminate this. But of course, I'll still keep it, so in that way I can do the finger pricks. And the nice thing about it, I was looking at the test strips, find out how much they cost, because of course my insurance isn't going to pay for it, considering the fact that as far as they're concerned, everything's a-okay, between the reader and the sensor. But yeah, they actually, the test strips are a lot cheaper. So I'm definitely going to see about looking into getting those. So yeah, I thought I would do these updates and so forth. But and that brings me to a topic that I really wanted to talk to you all about, and having to do with your home environment, like with your family and so forth. One of the things that I came across with when I was actually being released from the hospital, I happened to run into one of my social workers. And she was telling me that her husband is diabetic, and that she actually didn't know anything about how to manage his diabetes, wouldn't know how to do, a glucose test, or how to administer any insulin or anything like that. And it's like I told her right out, no, you really should know how to do that, just in case he can't, because those seconds and minutes can really make a huge difference while you're sitting on the phone, with 911 and waiting for paramedics. Sometimes paramedics aren't able to respond right away, and aren't able to get to you. It can take 20 minutes sometimes. You just don't know. So those precious moments it can be invaluable with trying to save a loved one's life. I remember when my mom became a diabetic. I was 4 years old. This was back in the late 70s, and like 78, something like that, 78, 79. And when she came home from the hospital, both my parents sat me down and taught me how to help manage her diabetes. And it's like they told me, because of the fact there could come a time when I may need to know how to do that, because it might help save her life. And that was ingrained to me. Like I said, I was 4 when I had to learn this. So in that way, I would know, if I need to, how to save my mom's life. So, and every single day, at least in the evenings, at dinner time, we would all sit down and we would help her with doing her testings and so forth. This is back in the day when actually glucose monitors were still experimental. Insurance companies weren't paying for them and so forth. I had to go through all the pre-auth sort of stuff that I had to go through in order to get this sensor and everything. I mean, and basically back in those days, everything was done through test strips. Not like what we have now, but you would have to sit and wait for the blood to dry, and then you would, and whatever color range it would come up in, and you'd have to compare it on the bottle. So not only that, but also with a urine sample to make sure that she wasn't ketoacidosis, basically measuring those ketones. So yeah, way back in the day. And I remember when she got her very first her first monitor too. It was this huge machine. You had to, it was terrible having to go through everything to get the machine calibrated, and then you had to get a huge glob of blood, and then had to wait 2 minutes. You had to let it dry. I don't remember all, but yeah, it was a huge process. And I remember sitting there looking at the countdown, waiting for those, I think it was like 2 minutes or something like that. Now it's almost instantaneous compared to what it used to be. So yeah, when it comes to, things like that, especially, if you're going to have lifelong medical issues and so forth, get the family involved, make it a family affair, just like my parents did. I am so grateful that they did that, because for one thing, it obviously it prepared me for what I'm going through right now. And I lived with that for 30 years with my mom, and now I'm living with it. So yeah, on the one hand, it helped prepare me, not only, educating me, but also psychologically. I've been able to process it, deal with it mentally, psychologically a lot better. And also, it brought us together as a family. We treated it as a family affair, and it brought us closer together. So, and it can also help somebody else out. Somebody else, if you come across who may be having a low sugar or something like that, or maybe having heart palpitations, if they have a heart condition or whatever, you will automatically know what to do because it's already ingrained. So, yeah, like I said, I'm very grateful that my parents did that, because, like I said, it brought us closer together as a family. So if you are dealing with things, doesn't matter what the issue is, get the family involved. All right? So if you like what this message is, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to this channel. Also hit that notification button so you know when new videos are coming out. If you want to help spread some positivity, make sure you share it. And also, go over to the website. Check out the calendars and sticker collections. The calendars are all undated and downloadable, so they're ready to use right now, right here today. All right? I look forward to talking to you all this afternoon with the card readings. I'll see you then. Love you.